Dallin H. Oakes, a distinguished legal scholar and a former judge, was raised by his mother, Stella, after the death of his father. Oakes grew up with a deep commitment to education, faith, and resilience. His academic journey began at Brigham Young University, BYU, where he earned a degree in accounting, followed by a law degree from the University of Chicago. Oakes served as a law clerk for Chief Justice Earl Warren and later became a professor before holding significant roles, including president of Brigham Young University and justice of the Utah Supreme Court. His leadership both in the LDS Church and public service has left a profound impact on countless individuals worldwide. Early life and formation of character. Harris Oakes, born on August 12, 1932, in Provo, Utah, grew up in a time of economic hardship during the Great Depression. His childhood was marked by a series of challenges, including the loss of his father, Loy Oakes, when Dallin was just 7 years old. His mother, Stella Harris Oakes, was left to raise him and his siblings alone, instilling in them the values of hard work, resilience, and a deep sense of faith. Although the loss of his father was a devastating blow to the family, Stella's strength and unwavering commitment to her children's education shaped the man Dallin would become. As a young boy, Dallin was known for his academic promise and strong work ethic. His intellect, paired with his keen sense of responsibility, would serve him well in the years that followed. He excelled in his studies and displayed a natural inclination toward leadership, traits that would later be instrumental in his numerous roles in both the public and religious spheres. It was within the walls of his home, shaped by his mother's steady influence, that Dallin's passion for education and service to others was first cultivated. A life of education and service. Dallin H. Oakes' academic journey began at Brigham Young University, BYU, where he earned his bachelor's degree in accounting in 1954. His time at BYU was pivotal, not only for his education, but also for the deepening of his faith. It was here that he met June Dixon, a fellow student who would become his lifelong partner. The two married in 1952, embarking on a journey that would blend both professional success and religious devotion. Together, they raised 6 children, building a family centered on the values of love, faith, and service. After completing his undergraduate studies, Dallin H. Oakes continued his education at the prestigious University of Chicago Law School, where he earned his Juris Doctor in 1957. This experience opened doors to a distinguished legal career. During his time as a law clerk for the renowned Chief Justice Earl Warren of the United States Supreme Court, Dallin honed his understanding of the judicial system and refined his legal expertise. The experience would prove to be a formative one, shaping his views on justice, fairness, and the importance of upholding the law. Upon completing his law degree, Dallin embarked on a career in academia, becoming a professor at the University of Chicago Law School. His work as a professor allowed him to engage in deep legal scholarship, particularly in the areas of constitutional law. His ability to articulate complex legal principles made him a highly respected figure in legal circles, and he was frequently called upon to lecture on matters of constitutional law, government, and society. It was during this time that Dallin began to forge his reputation not just as a legal scholar, but as a thought leader on broader societal issues. Presidency of Brigham Young University. In 1971, Dallin H. Oakes was appointed president of Brigham Young University. His presidency marked a period of transformation for the institution. Under his leadership, BYU experienced significant reforms that enhanced its academic reputation and strengthened its commitment to its religious mission. Dallin emphasized the integration of secular learning with religious faith, advocating for a balanced approach to education where intellectual and spiritual growth could coexist harmoniously. His vision transformed the university into a place where students were encouraged to develop both their minds and their spirits, preparing them to be leaders in the church and in society. During his tenure, Dallin expanded BYU's academic offerings, introduced programs that would elevate the university's standing globally, and created a culture of intellectual rigor balanced with faith. His leadership left a lasting imprint on the institution, solidifying its role as a key pillar of education within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS Church. His work as president of Brigham Young University set the stage for his future endeavors within both the church and the broader community. A distinguished judicial career. As his influence in the world of education grew, so too did his legal career. In 1980, Dallin H. Oaks was appointed to the Utah Supreme Court, where he served with distinction as a justice. His time on the bench was marked by clarity and fairness in his judicial opinions. He was known for his strong commitment to upholding the rule of law and for his meticulous approach to legal analysis. His experience in the judiciary deepened his understanding of justice and shaped his views on governance and society. However, in 1984, Dallin made a life-altering decision to leave his judicial career behind and devote himself fully to the service of the LDS Church. He accepted a calling as a member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, one of the highest governing bodies of the Church. This transition from law to full-time church service marked a significant shift in Dallin's life and ministry, but it also reflected his commitment to his faith and his desire to serve the broader global community. A voice for faith and family. As a member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, Dallin H. Oaks became one of the most prominent voices in the LDS Church. His intellectual background, legal expertise, and clear communication style made him a powerful advocate for the principles of faith, family, and religious freedom. Dallin H. Oaks' sermons and public addresses often focused on topics such as the sanctity of marriage, the importance of strong families, and the need for religious liberty in a rapidly changing world. He also addressed issues of social justice, urging members of the LDS Church to uphold the values of kindness, charity, and compassion in their interactions with others. Dallin's teachings were grounded in the belief that faith and reason could coexist. He often bridged the gap between secular and spiritual concerns, urging his audiences to consider both the practical and spiritual aspects of life when making decisions. His ability to balance intellectual rigor with deep faith made him a respected leader within the Church, and his influence extended far beyond the walls of LDS congregations. Personal tragedy and triumph. While Dallin H. Oaks' life was marked by professional success and spiritual accomplishments, it was also touched by profound personal sorrow. In 1998, Dallin faced the heartbreaking loss of his beloved wife, June Dixon Oaks, after a battle with cancer. The news of her diagnosis and subsequent passing was a devastating blow to Dallin and their 6 children. June had been his steadfast partner throughout his academic, legal, and religious careers. Together, they had raised a family rooted in faith and service, and her loss left a void that was deeply felt by Dallin H. Oaks and everyone who knew her. During June's illness, Dallin balanced his responsibilities as a leader in the LDS Church with his role as a caregiver for his wife. He often found comfort in prayer and in the scriptures, which provided him solace during the darkest moments of his grief. Despite the deep sorrow he experienced, Dallin found strength in his family and his faith. The Oaks family came together during this difficult time, supporting one another as they cared for June. Dallin spoke often of June's example of faith, resilience, and love, honoring her memory in the years following her passing. A new beginning. In the year 2000, Dallin experienced an unexpected blessing when he met and married Kristen McCain. Kristen, a woman of deep faith and compassion, became Dallin's partner in life and ministry. While his marriage to Kristen did not replace the loss of June, it brought renewed joy and light into Dallin's life. Kristen supported Dallin in his continued service to the church and his family, providing him with both emotional and spiritual support during a time of transition. Together, they navigated the demands of his leadership role and the responsibilities of family life. Dallin's remarriage to Kristen was not a sign of moving on from his grief, but rather a testament to the idea that life, even after profound loss, can still bring new joy and purpose. The couple's marriage allowed Dallin to find a sense of peace and fulfillment while continuing his work. With the LDS Church and his commitment to serving others, Dallin H. Oaks continues to inspire millions of members of the LDS Church and individuals from all walks of life. His story is one of resilience, faith, and service. From his humble beginnings in Provo, Utah, to his rise as a legal scholar, educator, and global religious leader, Dallin H. Oaks' life reflects the power of determination, faith, and family. Despite the trials he has faced, both personal and professional, he remains steadfast in his commitment to serving God and humanity. Dallin's journey demonstrates that grief, while painful, does not have to define us. His ability to find healing through faith and family, and to continue his service despite personal sorrow, is a powerful example of the strength of the human spirit. His teachings continue to resonate with individuals seeking hope, comfort, and guidance in their own lives.